Man, does it feel good to be back. I sure hope there wasn't too much sun and moon news. What the frick is going on? What's up everyone, it's the Munch and welcome to another Pokemon Sun and Moon discussion video. At long last, after so much news has come out, I am here with another discussion, and because there's just so much info that has come out over the last few weeks, I'm actually going to be splitting this into two videos, and today we're starting off by talking about the craziest, most mysterious reveal for Pokemon Sun and Moon so far, the elusive Ultra Beast, these creatures that seemingly come from another world and aren't even human or Pokemon, but are definitely in the Alola region. So we're going to talk all about them, as well as the equally creepy
Aether
Foundation that seems to be working behind the scenes with the Ultra Beast. So if you guys are excited, make sure to hit that like button and show your support, and let's get right to it. So the first time we ever saw these mysterious Ultra Beasts was in a trailer from about a week ago, which revealed a couple of new Pokemon, Alolan forms, and even Pokemon Snap in Sun and Moon, and I'll totally be talking about all of that in the next video, but today, as I said, we're focusing on the Ultra Beast, and at the very end of this trailer is when we got our first glimpse as this majestic creature. A mysterious threat in the Alola region. Right off the bat, we know that they're a threat. These are not kind creatures by any means. They're actually going to be attacking our player and the Alola region for some reason that we still don't know, but the first one revealed was UB01. That is actually its name, at least for now, but it's this weird jellyfish looking great creature thing that seems to come out of a portal from space or another dimension. I really don't know what's going on here. You guys can see the footage right now. So we don't know whether these are actually Pokemon or humans or some kind of hybrid between both, because that seems to be a pretty popular theory now, and we'll see why in just a second. But we definitely don't know its typing. We don't know how it battles or if it even functions like a regular Pokemon in battle. All we know is that they've appeared in the Alola region and they have something to do with the Aether Foundation, which we're going to talk about in a second. But for UB01 here, which I'm going to nickname Jellyfish, it says its body is composed of a glass-like substance and it's constantly changing shapes, never staying in one form. This is especially weird because the Pokemon site also says that for some reason, its movements resemble those of a young girl. And this has linked UB01 directly to Lily, one of our rivals in Pokemon Sun and Moon. The resemblance is uncanny, and especially because the Pokemon site states that it moves almost like a young girl, and of course Lily is a young girl with a similar appearance to it. A lot of people have linked these two together, and a lot of theories have started to rise up about the Ultra Beast actually being some kind of Pokemon and human hybrid, or having some kind of connection to these humans, like perhaps UB01 is actually Lily in disguise. Of course we don't know for sure, but there is definitely more to back up this theory, as we saw later on more Ultra Beasts were revealed. Now these only came out a couple of days ago in Koro and were then followed up by a trailer with some gameplay, but we saw the reveal of Ultra Beast number 2, which is actually going to have two forms that are also version exclusives. So starting off with Ultra Beast number 2's absorption form, we have a super buff insect lobster thing here. I don't know what's going on, but its design is just insane and how powerful it looks with those huge muscles and the really long mosquito nose. It is definitely a weird Pokemon to see, and the thing is it might not even be a Pokemon, so we can't even say it's a weird looking Pokemon. So we'll just call it like it is. This Ultra Beast looks really powerful. Of course, still we don't know if these things even have a typing like regular Pokemon do, but the speculation would be insane. Like, I couldn't even begin to guess what typing these Ultra Beasts are, except for this one does look like it'd be kind of a bug and fighting type, but we really don't know anything about them aside from that they're super powerful, and now thanks to this trailer we know that they are definitely out to take down Alola, as we see him fighting Hala and Tapu Koko, the defenders of Melee Island. So we don't know exactly why the Ultra Beasts are attacking Alola, but there's definitely some kind of evil purpose they've got, and Hala, being the defender, has got to help us out. Now, as I mentioned, the second Ultra Beast revealed actually has a different form depending on which version of the games you're playing. So this one we're seeing now, Absorption, is in Pokemon Sun, and if you're playing Pokemon Moon, you are going to be getting Ultra Beast number 2's Beauty version. Now this Ultra Beast is very different from the others we've seen. As its name implies, Beauty, it is a lot more sleek and elegant, not really a beast, but it still definitely packs its own punch. Its narrow, graceful legs allow it to accelerate with such explosive speed that people claim it can dodge lightning. It is said that any Pokemon that sees UB02 Beauty, regardless of its own gender, will become infatuated with it and lose the will to battle. I don't know if that's a hint to like its ability or how it's actually going to be in battle, but compared to UB02 Absorption, which apparently packs raw power, UB02 Beauty will focus a lot more on speed and taking your opponents out quickly with grace and infatuation, apparently. So the Ultra Beasts seem to be just as mysterious now as before we even heard about them, at least in how they're going to be in the actual games. But regardless, they are definitely real. They're going to be in Sun and Moon, and I can't wait to see just how powerful they're going to be. Do they rival legendary Pokemon, or maybe even more powerful, rivaling even Mega Evolutions or Mega Evolved Legendaries? I really can't wait to see just how powerful these Ultra Beasts are going to be. Now that's enough out of this world talk. Let's get back down to Earth and talk about the mysterious organization that seems to be very closely linked to these Ultra Beasts, and that is the Aether Foundation, which we also saw revealed in the original Ultra Beast trailer. So first up is the Aether Foundation's glamorous president, Lusa. Oh me, oh mine. This character looks oddly familiar to a certain Ultra Beast that we might have seen a couple of minutes ago. Beauty and Lusamine seem to have a very uncanny resemblance, almost like Lily and Ultra B01 do. Now it's still not clear what the connection between them could be, but nobody can deny that they definitely look alike and will have some sort of connection with each other. But let's get back to the regular human that is Lusamine. Oh my goodness, she is... These 2D characters, man. The Aether Foundation works in the Alola region, and the Foundation's goal is to care for Pokemon that have been hurt. The Aether Foundation has constructed an artificial island called Aether Paradise. There, they not only provide shelter for Pokemon, but also conduct various research projects. Of course, we know now this man-made island is the 5th island in Alola, the one in the center of the map, and it will be known as the Aether Paradise, which I guess is a little refuge where they bring in Pokemon that need help, and you can actually see that in the trailer. It looks pretty nice, but I just have a feeling that behind the scenes, the Aether Foundation is doing something a little more sinister. It just says research projects in the Pokemon site, but what those research projects could mean, I don't know what the Aether Foundation is doing, but it's clear that they are somehow responsible for summoning the Ultra Beasts, especially with the resemblance Lusamine and Lily have to some of them, but we don't know for sure, so let's just keep reading. We also have Old Man Faba, which is the Aether Foundation's branch chief, sports green sunglasses, his signature accessory. Not sure what they're really used for. He kind of looks like a Flygon, but feel like there might be some importance to it since they specifically mentioned that. And finally, there's Wick, the assistant branch chief of the Aether Paradise, who is loved by all the Aether Foundation employees. Big Mama Wick is taking care of the kids, and I like what she's packing. This is getting weird. Finally, we have the employees of the Aether Foundation, which kind of feel like grunts if they were an evil organization, but of course they're playing it off as if they're all good guys, wearing all white. I actually don't really like their outfits, like at least compared to Team Skull, they definitely have the fashion, whereas Team Aether has got the class, I guess. And that's about it for the Aether Foundation, but a cool little Easter egg if you guys can see here, Aether versus Skull. It looks like Team Skull is trying to sell Slowpokes, like Team Rocket back in the day used to sell the Slowpoke tail. Team Skull just said, man, forget that, let's just sell the whole Slowpoke, which I think is a funny little throwback there to the good old days. I just feel like Team Skull, for some reason, has a lot of inspiration from Team Rocket, and I like that. And speaking of Team Skull, we're gonna wrap up this video by talking about another new character revealed in the same trailer. It is Team Skull's enforcer, Gladion. Also known as the Edgelord himself, this guy looks really cool, and he might also bear a resemblance to a couple of other characters, which you guys might remember. Together with Lily and Lusamine, it feels like they almost make up a family of 3 very similar looking characters. Like they could be siblings, or Lusamine could be the mom and her 2 kids almost. It's kind of weird the way this works out between the three of them, but it's led a lot of people to assume that Gladion is also an Ultra Beast, and because of the color scheme of his clothes, I guess, he is being linked to Ultra Beast 2's absorption form. While I do agree they look similar, I don't think Gladion actually has anything to do with the Ultra Beast itself, and the color schemes are just coincidentally similar. But I do think that he will still be related to an Ultra Beast. The thing is, we've only technically seen 2 of them, and the second one just has 2 forms, so I'm sure that there's gonna be an Ultra Beast 03, maybe even all the way up to 06, and Gladion could very well respond to one of those. But that's all, of course, speculation. As far as what we do know about Gladion, there honestly isn't much. It feels like he works with Team Skull, but he was probably part of the Aether Foundation at some point, or worked with Lusamine and then switched over for some reason. And the only thing we know for sure is his very mysterious partner Pokemon, type Null. A lot of people have asked me about this Pokemon, and the honest truth is, I have no idea what's going on. It is obviously a chimera made up of like different parts of other Pokemon. You can almost see like the fire, grass, and water combination all in there. It's really crazy, so I can't wait to see what Gladion and type Null are all about, but my bet is that he was somehow part of Aether before and split off to become a part of Team Skull, and that's why maybe he doesn't necessarily have an Ultra Beast, but I could see him maybe getting one later on in the game. And by getting one, I mean like one that looks like him, because we still don't know how these Ultra Beasts are created or where they come from, but you can't deny that they do look like Lusamine and Lily, at least these two, so I don't know what's going to happen in the future. Will there be other Ultra Beasts that look similar to other trainers? We don't know right now, but it is definitely a likely possibility. So let me know what you guys think of the Ultra Beast. Are they Pokemon or something far more powerful? That's what I'm gonna go with. They're not necessarily Pokemon, but they will still have typings and moves and all that, of course, because you still gotta battle with them somehow. So they look really awesome. I can't wait to see how they actually play into the story of the games, because right now it seems like we're building up like 3 or 4 different plots in the Alola region. We've got, of course, the Trial Challenge, which is the usual go through the gyms, and we've got Team Skull trying to take over the region, and now we have these Ultra Beasts and the Aether Foundation. There's also apparently gonna be a Zygarde side quest, which is really awesome. We actually get to see Dexio and Cinna from Pokemon X and Y give us this weird little cube that you're supposed to collect the Zygarde cores in, and the fact that they're in the games itself is super awesome, because that's the first sign of an old character returning that we've seen, and this at least ties the Alola region back to Kalos, which I'm really happy about, because I feel like there were still some loose ends in the Pokemon X and Y story that I would love them to fill out, and it seems like they might just do that. So I am super excited for these games. I know you all are as well, so thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit that like button, and I will see you all in the next one as we talk about type Null and all those other cool Pokemon revealed. See you all then.